China is currently facing a significant employment crisis, especially among its college graduates, with many struggling to find suitable jobs. In 2024, a record-breaking 11.7 million students will graduate, exacerbating an already saturated job market. This surge comes at a time when China's economy is experiencing slow recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic, compounded by a sluggish property market and challenges in the private sector. The unemployment rate for young people aged 16 to 24 has remained alarmingly high, reaching 21.3% earlier this year before the government stopped publishing the data. A major reason for this issue is the mismatch between graduates' expectations and the available job opportunities. Many young people are reluctant to take blue-collar jobs despite the demand in sectors like manufacturing, preferring white-collar positions. However, these jobs are limited due to economic constraints, leading to a structural imbalance in the labor market. Moreover, companies are scaling back their hiring as they try to reduce costs amid economic uncertainties, making it even harder for inexperienced graduates to secure employment.
Firstly, thank you for watching, and don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, and notification bell for more global finance uncovered, as we continue to work hard and around the clock to always deliver and improve on our content for you. We would greatly appreciate your additional support by you clicking the like button, notification bell, and subscribe button and joining our channel's growth.
The Chinese government has introduced measures to encourage employment and entrepreneurship among graduates, such as boosting the private sector and encouraging flexible employment options like online platforms. However, many graduates find themselves taking jobs far below their skill levels, such as delivery services or street vending, which highlights the lack of suitable opportunities for educated youth. The situation is compounded by the psychological toll on young people, who are increasingly frustrated by their lack of prospects. Some have embraced a lifestyle known as lying flat, where they reject the high societal expectations and pursue simpler, less stressful lives. This cultural shift reflects a broader dissatisfaction with the current job market and societal pressures in China. One key factor behind the issue is the oversupply of graduates in comparison to job demand. This phenomenon has been compared to challenges seen in Western countries, where universities have shifted focus to more practical, industry-aligned training. Some experts suggest Chinese universities could benefit from a similar shift, prioritizing practical skills over purely academic qualifications. China's private sector, traditionally a significant source of job creation, has also been hit hard by unpredictable regulations and policy shifts. Restoring confidence in small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs) could be crucial to resolving the employment issue. Stability and transparent policies are needed to encourage companies to resume hiring at previous levels. The implications of youth unemployment extend beyond economic concerns. As young people struggle to find meaningful employment, social mobility stagnates and economic inequalities deepen. This, in turn, can lead to social unrest and dissatisfaction with the government. Thus, resolving this crisis is a priority for Chinese authorities, not only for economic recovery but also for social stability. Another challenge is that many graduates lack the skills demanded by the evolving job market. There is a growing need for talent in high-tech and advanced industries, but graduates often lack the necessary training and experience to fill these roles. This gap between education and industry needs is further contributing to the unemployment crisis. To mitigate the issue, China's Ministry of Education has introduced several initiatives, such as career counseling services and encouraging universities to engage more with businesses to understand their hiring needs. There is also a push to promote entrepreneurship among graduates, with efforts to guide students into emerging sectors and non-traditional job paths. In the long run, addressing the unemployment crisis will require a multifaceted approach involving educational reforms, more predictable economic policies, and structural changes in China's labor market. Without these changes, the disconnect between the aspirations of China's graduates and the realities of the job market will likely persist, posing long-term challenges for both the economy and society. The ongoing unemployment crisis among Chinese college graduates reflects deeper structural issues within China's economy and education system. With a historic 11.7 million graduates entering the workforce in 2024, the competition for jobs has never been fiercer. Many industries are not expanding as quickly as the labor supply, leading to frustration among young graduates. The services sector, where many college graduates seek employment, faces headwinds that have limited job creation in white-collar professions. Conversely, sectors like manufacturing are in need of labor, but these positions are not appealing to graduates who aspire to office jobs. One of the root causes of this mismatch is the rigid and academically focused nature of China's higher education system. Many graduates find themselves lacking the practical skills that are increasingly in demand. This gap between educational output and labor market needs exacerbates the unemployment crisis. Experts argue that Chinese universities should emphasize more hands-on, practical training to better align with industry demands, similar to the reforms seen in Western education systems. Furthermore, the private sector, traditionally a strong driver of employment in China, has been weakened by regulatory uncertainties and economic slowdown. Restoring business confidence in the private sector, particularly among small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs), is seen as essential for creating new job opportunities. Businesses need stable, predictable policies from the government to feel confident about expanding their workforce, yet recent policy shifts have caused hesitation among employers. The current job crisis also reflects shifting societal values among Chinese youth. Increasingly, young people are pushing back against the extreme work culture that defines many professional sectors in China. This cultural movement, known as lying flat, involves rejecting high-pressure office environments in favor of simpler, more attainable goals. While some young people embrace this lifestyle as a way to reduce stress, it also highlights the growing disillusionment with the traditional career pathways that many graduates once pursued. In response to these challenges, the Chinese government has introduced a series of initiatives aimed at reducing youth unemployment. The Ministry of Education has called for universities to improve their career services, encourage entrepreneurship, and support flexible employment options. There is also a push for regional governments to create more public sector jobs, particularly in underdeveloped areas, to help absorb some of the surplus of graduates. While these efforts may provide some relief, long-term solutions are still needed. One potential avenue for easing the job crisis is entrepreneurship, with the government encouraging graduates to explore new business opportunities in the digital and tech sectors. Platforms like e-commerce, gig work, and other flexible employment options have been growing in China, offering graduates alternative ways to earn income. However, these options often require a different skill set from what is typically taught in universities, further emphasizing the need for educational reform. Despite these efforts, the psychological impact of prolonged unemployment on young people cannot be ignored. The frustration and disappointment of not being able to find a job that matches their education level is taking a toll on mental health. Many graduates report feeling disillusioned with both the job market and their prospects for upward mobility. This emotional strain has led to growing concerns about the long-term societal impact of youth unemployment, including potential unrest and increased social inequality. The long-term implications of China's graduate unemployment crisis are concerning both for individuals and for the country's broader economic trajectory. As the job market continues to fail to absorb the growing number of graduates, this not only dampens consumer spending, a critical factor in China's post-pandemic recovery, but also risks eroding social cohesion. The widening gap between high expectations set by educational achievements and the reality of the labor market has led to increased frustration and disillusionment among young people. This discontent could lead to rising social unrest, as youth unemployment is often linked to heightened political and social instability. Moreover, the government's current solutions, while addressing short-term needs, may not be enough to tackle the underlying structural issues. A more comprehensive reform of the education system, combined with sustainable economic policies that encourage innovation and private sector growth, is crucial for resolving this crisis. Without such long-term strategies, China risks facing a continued decline in social mobility and a further deepening of economic inequality. The success of China's future workforce will depend on how effectively these challenges are addressed in the coming years. In conclusion, China's graduate unemployment crisis is a multifaceted issue that requires a comprehensive approach. Educational reforms to match labor market needs, restoring confidence in the private sector, and supporting flexible employment opportunities are crucial. Without significant policy changes and economic adjustments, the growing number of unemployed graduates could pose a long-term challenge for China's economy and its social stability.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to smash that subscribe, like, and notification bell for more global finance uncovered.